guys, it's Jess again. I'm here to talk about my Bookcon experience, and I'm going to show you my Bookcon haul of all the cool stuff that I got at Bookcon in Chicago this year. Bookcon was last Saturday, and I apologize if you hear anything in the background. I am at Sam's house right now, and her cat is running around, and that's why the background might be different. But yeah. So, Bookcon was last Saturday. Me and Sam decided to do this whenever I made my last video. We talked about it a little bit. And now, here we are talking about our experience because it's over with, which is really, really sad. But, have some really great memories about it. So, I skipped school that Friday, actually. I'm a senior in high school, so I'm about to graduate in like 3 weeks. So, my mom didn't really care if I skipped a day of school because there's no schoolwork to do anyway. It's my senior year. There's nothing to do. So I got up bright and early, packed my bag, got ready. We actually stayed in the Hyatt, which was connected to the McCormick Place. So we walked around the McCormick Place a little bit beforehand to get to know everything and get the feel of everything. And then we woke up that day morning. We didn't know how early we had to wake up because this was our first time at Bookcon, obviously. And Sam actually woke up at 5 a.m., which I was not about to wake up that early. So I had my alarm set for 6 a.m. So we got ready in about like 45 minutes. Obviously Sam had longer, but we realized that we had no time to come back to our hotel room and check out. There was no time in space in between where we could actually do that. So we packed up all of our stuff quick, brought it out to the car, checked out of the hotel, got prepared, got our bags ready, and then we headed off to the McCormick Place. And we actually already got our badge the night before, which was really cool, so we didn't have to wait in line for that. But the minute we got there, the line was so long. We went right from the front where like the registration desk was and walked 5 minutes through a tunnel back into the other part of the building, down some escalators, and then back through another part of the building. And we sat there for probably a half an hour, which isn't that long because we got there at like 7-ish and the doors opened at 8 to go get our autographing wristbands or whatever and whatnot. So it actually wasn't that bad. We got most of the authors that we wanted. We got pretty good wristbands. So this is the badge we got. We got this the night before. It says Razor Girl on it by Carl Hyacin, which is a novel, and like you can scan this to take like a picture or to get it like exclusive things from the app, so the app would always like message me when something cool was happening. So we got that the night before, and then right when we got there they had like the little tubs of things where you could grab a lanyard, because you obviously had to wear it around your neck the whole day to know that you were paid to get into the convention, basically. And I do have some pins on here from some stands that I was at. But yeah, so we got into the ballroom where they were selling or not selling, but like giving away the author wristbands, and that was crazy. So the first line that we went to was called Shoot 8. And that's where Veronica Roth was, and that was the first author that I wanted and the first author that Sam wanted. So we got her wristband, which they still had some left, so it was this one. It was orange. She was at 12:15 p.m. and at table 1, and then instead of going through the middle again where everybody was still coming in, I grabbed Sam and I said, let's go the other way, because then we can get back into the other lines and get more faster. So then I ended up going into a line wanting to get, I don't know what I was doing. I think I was just too excited to get something, so I went into line, and I was originally going to get Morgan Matson because I thought I had her book Since You've Been Gone, but I didn't know, so I texted my mom, who was at home conveniently, and she texted me, hey, you got the book, and I was like, crap, I need to buy the book to get the autograph. So I was like, I don't really want to buy the same book, and I wasn't interested in any of the other ones quite yet. So then, right when I got to the table, I was like, wait, give me Jenny Han, and I had her one book, Burn for Burn, and I wanted to get To All the Boys I Loved Before, so hoping that I would get that, but hers was at 1:45 at table 6. And then after that, me and Sam got in line to get James Dashner, and of course, halfway to the table, James Dashner all of a sudden had no wristbands left, so I was like, I am not jumping out of this line anymore because I still want to get something and I'm already here. So then I ended up getting Lonnie Taylor's wristband, which is at 3 at table 7, because I had one of her books in my backpack, and if I have one of her books and I can get it signed for free, obviously I want to do it. And then Sam only had like 2 wristbands at this point, and she really wanted Nicola Yoon, so I quick hopped in that line and got it for her because she wanted to go see John Whaley and Nicola Yoon, but they were both at the same time, and you obviously couldn't be at both places at the same time, so I was going to go get her book signed for her, which was nice. And then after that, you had to go into a completely other building to wait to get into the convention. So, yeah. So that's like the beginning, and now we can just kind of get into the book haul. The doors opened at 10, and right away in the beginning, I got in line for Alexandra Bracken because she's one of my favorite authors of all time. So I stood in her line for like an hour and a half while Sam walked around the whole convention and got like every free book possible without me. So that's a funny joke that we joke about, that she got way more books than I did. But that's okay because I still got a lot to show you. So they're not in any order, but I'll tell about the story for each one. So the first one that I got was, this is obviously what I was talking about, Lonnie Taylor. I already had her book, Daughter Smoke and Bone. I actually have never read it yet, but I'm really, really excited to read it. And I got her to sign it. So here's her signature on the first page. And I'm really excited to indulge in this series, I suppose you could call it. Next, there was a signing, like a random, like up-and-coming authors signing at some random booth. So me and Sam hopped in because it actually looked kind of interesting. The cover is really interesting, actually. It's called Dark Blood by Caleb James. It's a book one in the Dark Blood saga, so I'm guessing it's going to be like a trilogy or something, but this is the cover. And we actually got him to sign the book too, and you got a little bookmark as well. But we actually got him to sign the book, and it says, to Jess Best, Caleb James. And I think it's about some boy, I assume, who has a crush on his straight best friend. I didn't read the whole back, but it looked really interesting, and it was free, and you got it signed, so why not, right? The next book is called Lady Lay by Leonel de Aluda. I don't know. It's really confusing. But it's a book about, like, young girls and, like, their up-and-coming day of age. So, like, she's going on an adventure because she feels something is missing from her life, and she's going around to find that missing part of her life, and it's supposed to be a really good story, and I'm actually really, really excited to read it. It says on a true story, too. So, but he gave me little cards on the inside, too, saying that you can email him and, like, write a review on it, so I really want to do that, too. And it says, to Jess, enjoy and share. And then the next book I actually bought because I was looking at a table, and I read the synopsis on the inside, and I was like, this seems really good, actually. And the inside it says $7.99, but I actually got it on a discount for $12.99, and it's called Earth Girl by Jeanette Edwards. And then after that, this is actually the first book that we got right when we got into the convention. Before I got mine for Alexandra Bracken, we were at the Disney table, and they were handing out stuff right away, and there was a big stack of books on their table that we grabbed, and it says, or it's called, enter title here, Raul Kanakia. So probably one of those new up-and-coming authors again, but it actually looks really interesting because I've never seen a book look like this, or a title that says enter title here, like she hasn't entered a title yet. So I'm really excited to read that one. Next book I actually don't really know much about. It's called In Such Good Company by Carol Burnett. I think it was just one of those tables that you could walk past and grab a book. And at that point, Sam had so many more books than I did, and I just wanted to get some more books and open up my options of my reading, because I read a lot of YA books and I want to get more into the other things and other genres of the book world. So I grabbed this one. I'm not really sure what it's about, but it's not signed or anything either. It's just a book. Next is Razor Girl by Carl Hayasan. This was actually the cover of our badge, so that was cool. We found a booth, and the lady actually said they were free, and I was like, well, I'm not going to pass up a book who's about the book that's on the badge. Like, it obviously has to be good, and they're really, really, really promoting it. And it's actually about a reality star who gets in an accident, and a lot of things happen after that, so I'm actually really excited about it. And I actually really like the cover and the title, and really excited to read this one. Next is the meet and greet with Veronica Roth, which we got a little galley of her new book that's coming out in January of 2017 called Carve the Mark. And we actually got it signed too. And Sam already read this, but I haven't read that yet. But she says it's really good, and I just haven't had time because I'm in a novels class at my school, so we read a lot for that. And I'm reading another book for another English class that I'm in, so I really don't have time to read my own books right now. But soon I want to, like, dilge into this pile and start to review some of these books. And next is Wayfarer, which is the second book to Passengers, the sequel, and this is by Alexandra Bracken, and I actually had her sign it too, so it says To Jess with Love, Alexandra Bracken, and I got those pins with it, and 2 bookmarks actually. And she was one of my favorite authors. She was the first author that I met there, first famous person actually ever that I've met. She was so cute and so sweet and so nice, and I got a picture with her too. And I started reading Passenger on a plane when I was visiting my family in Florida, but I actually haven't finished it yet, obviously because I was so busy with reading all my other books for school. So I'm excited to get into this once I finish reading Passenger too, but I really, really, really like her series, The Darkest Minds. I really recommend that. That's one of my favorite series of all times. The next book that I bought was Fire with Fire, which is the second book in the Burn for Burn trilogy or novel or whatever it is. It's by Jenny Han, and I actually got her signature too, so it says For Jess, and then it has her signature. I haven't read the first book, but I'm really excited to get into it because I bought it for a reason, obviously because I wanted to read it, and yeah, now I have a book signed by her and the second book in the series, so I can get started with this one whenever I want. Next book was another free book that was standing at a stand, and it's called H2O by Virginia Bergen, which actually seems like a pretty good book. There's like holes in the cover, and it looks really, really interesting. I'm not sure what it's about. I think it's more like a dystopian type novel, but don't quote me on that because I'm not sure. I didn't actually read the back. And then the next book was another free book standing at a table. We were walking past more stands, and it's called Taking the Lead by Cecilia Tan. I guess it, Sam made it seem like it was one of those steamy novels, like 50 Shades of Grey. So I was like, I need to get this book. So I grabbed it on the way. Oh, it's just kind of swiped it. Don't really know what it's about either, but I'm really excited to read it.
Erotica!
What?
Erotica.
Oh, erotica now. The next book we got was Hooked by Alan Wolfe. We actually got this one signed too. It says, where is it? It says To Jess, Love Conquers All, Enjoy, Alan. And this book was actually is going to be a movie. And he didn't have that many people in his line at one of the stands, and we said, why not? And it's actually pretty interesting. It's about a boy who has autism, and he meets this girl, and he doesn't realize that she's a hooker or a prostitute because he has autism, and it doesn't matter because he likes her for her, and it's a really good book, and I'm really excited to read it. And you also got a bookmark with this book, too. And then the next books were at the Harlequin stand, and she was actually signing them, too. I don't know which book she signed. By Macy Yates, and it says, Jess, happy reading, and then she signed it. This one is called Part-Time Cowboy, and this one is Take Me Cowboy. I haven't heard much about her, but these look like one of those adult novels, kind of like Nicholas Sparks type books, because Nicholas Sparks books are tiny like this. So I'm actually really excited to read these too, because I haven't read much like adult romance type stuff. So I'm excited to get into that kind of genre. And the last book that I got was also free. It's called The Shack by W.M. Paul Young. I don't know much about this one either, but it looks good because the title was called The Shack, and it looked like it was like kind of like a mystery novel. Sam also has it. You bought it?
No, I had it before the con.
Oh, Sam had the book before the Bookcon. Did you grab this book too?
No.
Oh. Well, Sam already had this book before Bookcon, so apparently it's going to be really good, actually. So, and then we got this bag at Harlequin. It's just like another tote bag to put your books in. That's what I carry the majority of the rest of my books in if it didn't fit my backpack anymore. I also got another bookmark. Some guy just randomly gave me it. I got a free chapter for Dark Matter, which the person said at the stand that they weren't giving away any of their books, but when we went back, all the books were gone, and we were so mad because I was really looking forward to getting this book because it looks really good, but it's by Blake Crouch, and so yeah, I'm excited to type in this number and see the first chapter of the book. People were also handing out this Epic Reads book. Okay, sorry guys, but my camera card ran out of battery, and just the last things that I showed you were 2 magazines that I got at Bookcon, and I was basically babbling before the card ran out. But that was my Bookcon 2016 book haul. I feel like it was a great way to start off this channel, and it was such a great experience to have, and I'm really hoping that I get to go back sometime soon. I'm not sure about next year because by then I'm going to be a broke college student, so who knows. But it's going to be in New York next year, and I'm really hoping that maybe I can go. But it was a great experience, and it was probably one of the best things that happened in my life, and it was a great experience to happen with one of my favorite people too. And I know that we both had a lot of fun and enjoyed ourselves, and it was just amazing, and I really, really hope that I get to do it again someday. But yeah, this was, I think, a great video to kick off the channel, and I hope you guys really liked it. And don't forget to like the video and comment down below about what you think should happen next, or if any questions you have for me. And subscribe too, so that you can see all my upcoming videos. And I'll see you guys later. Bye!